Hello there. Today we're going to talk about one of the most pressing problems that my designer friends face on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis. Basically, it's the pushback from their own clients that say, we can't afford a copywriter. I'm not ready to pony up to pay a copywriter. Where's that in the scope of this? I hired a design firm here and a designer. And what we hear over and over, and I'm sure you've heard all these over and over again, is number one, it's not in the budget. It's not in the budget and I can't fit it in the budget. Number two, they go together, is I can write the copy. And lastly, the third objection that we hear all the time, you, the designer, can write the copy, which I know is incredibly annoying to you. Should be your designer, you should focus there, right? So conventional wisdom is that we can all get by somehow. We all write well enough, and somehow we can fill this copy hole. And why don't we just cross that bridge when we get there? So there's the obstacle. I'm just gonna pause what I'm saying for a sec and think about this bigger thought from Milton Glaser, famous designer. I'm sure you're more than familiar with him. The quote I love is, "Certainty is a closing of the mind. To create something new, you must have doubt." So, that resonates for me. I have doubts. We all have our doubts. Clients have our doubts. We have our doubts about how to overcome this obstacle. So I think three things really about what not to do in this situation. Number one, do not accept pattern behavior as destiny. I know that's some new age talk, but it's also really good business advice. I think you want to take the time to explain how important copy is to the overall impact of the message and the piece that you're developing. That's why they're hiring you. And number two, do not accept your own made up, sometimes silly justifications for avoiding conflict around copy. We all want the job. We don't want the conflict. We don't want to make waves. But here's the thing. We don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot before we even start the work. So don't try to squeeze out of that. We got to find a way to get through it. Most importantly, I think number three is, do not confuse a subject matter expert with a copywriter. Subject matter experts, they're going to be found at the client. And that person and those people, they're going to know everything there is to know about the product, the service that's being advertised, but I guarantee you that they probably, unless they have a background in this, they do not know how to frame up those features and benefits in a compelling and memorable way for their audiences, oftentimes multiple audiences across multiple media. So what I would like to do is address this problem. I'd like to help you push through this problem and make it go away forever. And I think what we can do, if you'd like, is talk about this on the phone. I would love to hear from you about your process and what you're going through as related to copy. So if you're ready to get on the phone, I'd love to hear from you. And the way to do that is to visit my calendar and pick a time. And my calendar is at meetme.so/David Byrne. That's meetme.so/David Byrne, BURN. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.